And welcome back to Who Would Win. Today's Who Would Win comes to us from Godzilla Fan 2001, who asked the question, who would win a fight? Otachi, the Otachi kaiju from Pacific Rim, versus Rodan from the 2019 Monsterverse. King of the Monsters, obviously. Two giant flying kaiju. Who wins in a fight? Well, Otachi was a bipedal creature. No, sorry, quadrupedal creature who could be on 2 feet when he needed to be. Really, Otachi's big trait is the fact that he was able to fly. He had a tail that allowed him to attach to, grab, attach, and tear things. His tail had a large triclawed, basically hand almost, at the end of it. And it was able to spit very corrosive acid. Most kaiju can take a lot of damage. Otachi's no different, although being sliced in half pretty much from getting one of your wings cut off from stem to stern, if you will, and then falling from a huge height was kind of enough to put him down. The Monsterverse Rodan is basically, as it's kind of said here, species giant volcanic avian, Titanus Rodan, or Rodan, is basically a giant flying pterodactyl-like creature. Now, this version of Rodan doesn't have any breath weapon. It's capable of flying so fast and powerfully that it can create supersonic, supersonic blasts with its wings. Sorry, I thought I heard something. It also has a natural thermogeaic. He's described as biovolcanic, an internal combustion system of magma that flows by. Magma throughout the system can reach temperatures of 1200 degrees Celsius. The magma leaks through the ends of its wings and is able to burn Mothra's rings. So while Rodan doesn't actually have true, can't breathe fire or anything like that, it is a Titan that can utilize its natural geothermic. That was what I was trying to say. Geothermic. Oh, geo actually implies earth. It's got a biovolcanic. That's what it's called it. Basically, he's got little lava in his system. His scales are also extremely durable. I mean, his scales are like natural, like volcanic rock almost, except much harder. He can take, missile strikes and blasts with no problem. So who wins in a fight? Well, a lot of this fight's going to take place in the air. Pretty obvious, I guess, is what I was trying to say. No shock. That's what I was trying to say. No shock there. Two questions is his acid strong enough to melt Rodan, and who ultimately is the stronger of the two? Well, I think that comes down, first off, the acid. Because of the geothermic capabilities, Rodan's natural biovolcanic system, and its durability, I think the acid would burn, but the actual volcanic nature of Rodan would counteract that. So it's while it would do some damage, it would not be permanent damage. It wouldn't even be like lethal damage, unless he's just bathing in the stuff. So it's really going to come down to a straight-on fight in the sky. Grabbing Rodan with the tail, all that. But there's a real key difference between these two. So size-wise, if we're talking about just sheer size in terms of how big these guys are, like height, that kind of thing, Otachi's got the edge. Otachi has the edge. Otachi is stated to be 207 feet tall, while Rodan, Monsterverse Rodan, is 154 feet tall. Otachi's is over 50 feet taller than Rodan. Using my camera as a little base here. So if this full screen, this height is where Otachi is. Rodan is roughly speaking down there. So he's got a full head on Rodan. The problem is the other thing, and this is where the difference really comes into them, is that Otachi weighs 2,069 tons. Impressive. Rodan weighs 39,043 tons. Rodan weighs almost 15 times more than this guy. So while Otachi may tower to some degree over Rodan, Rodan is far heavier, far denser, and therefore packs far more power if they collide in the air. If these two fly kind of like Ghidorah Rodan style, and Rodan, by the way, was able to at least tangle with Ghidorah for a little bit. It wasn't until Ghidorah was like, okay, I'm bored, and throw like gravity beams out, and Rodan's like, ah. But here's Otachi, here's Rodan. If Otachi and Rodan meet, the amount of power and force coming behind Rodan versus what's going on behind Otachi, that's going to be boom, and then it's just going to keep us like, nope. And then he's just going to be able to put Otachi into the ground. And if Otachi gets back up, Rodan could easily rip the tail off with his head or with his mouth. Easily just blast him with sonic waves. In a straight up physical altercation, which is what I think this would ultimately come down to. The acid, I think, would do very little on Rodan. Now, again, not nothing, but just little. In a straight physical altercation, I think Rodan's going to be the winner because he's just got sheer mass over Otachi in a physical altercation. So, for my money, I go Rodan from the Monsterverse. But that is just my opinion. What do you think in the comments below? Do you think Otachi is the actual winner? Or do you think Rodan is still the king of the skies? Let me know in the comments below. But until then, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, who wants to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at that point. The review for the 355 will be up later tonight. I am doing that later. Just because I'll have time later to do it. Excuse me. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you folks later.